Welcome to part 2 of the vision. So I have this awesome, unimaginable, unbelievable encounter with this enormous, intense, very bright, blinding light. And what I see inside the light astounds me. At some point, I do believe that I have seen an angel. And although I'm really excited about what I've seen, some things I find it kind of hard to believe for several reasons, but no one saw this but me. I don't have any proof that this happened. And what I saw inside the light about myself, my character, was totally not me at all. So with that being said, I'm going to get back to the story. I push the button and wait for the elevator the third time to come and get me. While I'm waiting, I think about what's just happened in front of me, I don't understand how this could happen. I mean, I'm not a minister, I'm not an evangelist, I'm not some great knowledgeable person. I'm just an ordinary, everyday person that's saved by grace. I keep thinking, I can go along with some things, other things not, because it's out of my character. Totally not me. So the elevator comes, I hop on the elevator, and on the ride up, I think, you know what, I'm just gonna hurry up and give this folder to the supervisor and just get out and come back and see if I can find the light. So the elevator doors open, I walk out, and I walk into this room. Two things I notice. One, the room is filled with workers from front to back, and I'm standing in front. I don't like being the center of attention. That makes me a little bit nervous. But the second thing that I notice is that it's quiet. It's very quiet. It's not just quiet. It's silent. It's noiseless. It's unvoiced. It's totally and completely silent. So it's very, very quiet in this room. So I speak up and I say, I have some paperwork for your supervisor. Can you tell me where the supervisor is? No one moves. No one speaks. No one says a word. Finally, a young lady points to the back. She points to the back of the room. The supervisor stands up, and I start to walk back to the back of the room where she is to give her the folders that I have. But she quickly motions for one of the workers to come up and get the papers from me. So the worker comes up, she gets the papers, take them back to the back, and gives them to the supervisor. And the supervisor looks at something on her desk, and I am standing there waiting. Like I said, the room is very quiet. Someone turns a page in a book. The sound ripples through the room, and it's so loud, it sounds like a jackhammer. Well, the supervisor looks up, and she looks at me again, and then she asks about my supervisor. She calls her by name, and her voice is stern, but not loud. Now, she's all the way in the back of the room. I'm all the way in the front. And I'm trying to figure out how can I answer her and without disturbing the quietness in this room. So I try to speak as softly as I can. And I say, she's downstairs, she's doing fine. I will make sure that I let her know you ask about her. Well, that didn't work. My voice was like a boom box. It was so loud all over the room. It was almost as if everybody in the room was privy to a secret about how to speak in this quiet room, except me. So the supervisor looks at me again, and this time she kind of stares at me a little longer. I don't know what to say. Do I just walk out of the room? Am I dismissed? I'm standing in front of all these people. It's making me a little nervous. It's quiet. It's so quiet. I just want out of there. Now, I don't remember what she said, but whatever it was, it made me feel that it was okay to get out of this room, to leave. She didn't say anything about getting out. That's me. She made me feel okay that it was okay to leave. So I left as fast as I could, as quietly as I could, so not to disturb the quietness that's going on in that room. So as I walked out the door, I thought about how nervous I felt standing in front of all those people. I wonder if the light gave me somebody else's vision and gave mine to them. So I pushed the button on the elevator and the elevator doors opened up immediately. I got on the elevator and I thought, wow, I'm so glad I'm not in that room anymore. And I got excited about thinking I might see the light. So when the elevator took me to where I needed to be, the doors opened up, I jumped off. I looked around in the dark area of the elevators, no light. I went into the cafeteria and looked around from wall to wall, end to end. There was no light. There was nobody in the cafeteria except me. And more importantly, there was no light. So I walked back out of the cafeteria, past the elevators, and down the long hallway. I turned into customer service, sat down in my seat at my cubicle, put my headsets on, and I went back to work. 1 year went by. Nothing odd, nothing unusual, nothing out of the ordinary happened. 2 years went by. Nothing odd, nothing unusual, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing happened. And by then I've almost forgotten about the light and the experience, the vision. I've almost forgotten. So the 3rd year comes. Something unusual, something odd, something very out of the ordinary happens. And I'm going to stop here. So come back for my next video to find out what happened in that 3rd year. Now, a lot of things begin to happen in the 3rd year, things that the vision had showed me that would come about. So come on back and join me so you can find out what happens. Don't give up on your dreams. I love you. Bye.